hey there, I didn't see you there. I'm your host, Chuck Thiel, and welcome to Pancakes and Hot Takes, the show where the stakes are high and the quality of cooking is even lower. Today we'll be making pancakes from scratch, but first let me introduce you my sous chef, Skiles.
Hi guys.
Hey,
How
how's
are
it
you?
going?
Good to see
Fancy
you.
seeing you here.
Glad to be here. Oh my gosh, these look amazing.
Yeah, I've been cooking while you were on your way here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do some more?
Yeah, so we are making pancakes from scratch.
Okay.
We have our 1.25 cups flour. We have our 2 tablespoons of pure cane sugar. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
Okay.
We have our half a teaspoon of salt and baking soda, a cup of buttermilk, not regular milk, and extra virgin olive oil,
Okay.
a tablespoon of that stuff.
All right, awesome.
So in the recipe, it calls for 1 banana because it's a little secret ingredient. It's my secret. It's my mom's secret. Every time I cook pancakes, I can't make it without banana.
So bananas is the key
Exactly.
here. Okay, awesome.
So the trick is to you can't just put a whole banana in your batter. That just makes 0 sense.
Yes.
It looks funny, but it's just
Gotta
not gonna
spread
taste.
the love
Yeah.
between all
Exactly.
the pancakes.
So you gotta mash it.
That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so good.
Exactly.
I get why it's the secret
So while I'm doing
ingredient.
this, if you want to add the dry goods of flour and stuff into that bowl, nothing wet.
Nothing wet. Okay. So flour, and then
Sugar.
Okay. And sugar.
Baking
and
soda,
baking
and
soda.
salt, baking powder.
Got it. And
Yep. And the olive oil and milk next.
into this guy,
Yep.
right? Okay.
Now, this is my first time using buttermilk, but I've heard, what I've been told, that it just makes pancakes taste the best.
I've heard
I don't know
that
why.
before.
I guess maybe it's how much fat is in there, but this is low-fat buttermilk, so I don't know how it's going to taste.
Okay. Wow.
All
That
right,
looks
if
awesome.
you want to crack the egg for me, it's always my favorite part.
This makes me nervous. And
Okay,
ta-da,
cool,
dollop.
cool.
Perfect.
All right, mix that all up.
Okay.
I'll continue mashing this. Yeah, I've also thought about maybe eventually, whenever I cook these back home, maybe using a plantain, maybe?
I've had
Might taste a little different.
plantains. Yes.
It's just a big
actually,
old fat
plantains
banana.
but they don't taste like
Nope,
bananas.
nope.
No. Plantains are actually very savory. It's
Mhm,
actually very interesting. I went to Haiti a few years ago,
Cool.
and plantains are a very
I'm gonna add
prominent
this in
fruit
here.
there. Awesome. Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
Yeah.
So is it just bananas that we're adding to the pancakes?
Yes, and then while they're on here, we'll add chocolate chips. The
Okay.
heat for the griddle is at 375, and we're using our show's canola spray, which you can find on our website, as well as t-shirts and buttons and stuff.
This looks amazing. It smells awesome.
Right. And sometimes the batter can be a little too thick, so if you want, you can add a little more buttermilk to that.
Okay. Let's add some more. Why
It's
not?
looking pretty good. Smells good. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. My gosh.
I'll finish the rest of this. Now, I've got a lot of experience of cooking with my grandmother.
Yeah.
Who's the influence in your family?
I think it's I was actually very fortunate to grow up with my great grandma. She watched me a lot during the summer.
Yeah.
Growing
That's a
up.
fat pancake.
Oh my gosh.
I call
Wow,
dibs.
that looks
I
so
call
good.
dibs, just saying.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
You're the guy. But yeah, my great grandma Ruby actually was the main cook in
can
my
add
family.
some.
Oh wow. So bananas and chocolate and
Yeah.
another secret ingredient. Oh wow, listen to it sizzle. That's
So when it
amazing.
does flip, it's going to look just like this one.
Okay, great.
And
Man,
you
that
want
looks
a
so
nice,
good,
You
too.
want a nice golden brown. The trick with cooking pancakes is you want to wait until it's really rising and really bubbly.
Yeah.
Although these are going to be really thick, so it may not cook all the way really fast.
That's okay, man.
Yep.
It looks like you've already got some ready for me.
Yeah,
though. I'm
but if you
super
don't
excited
want
about
a
'em.
big old pancake like this, you can use either 1/4 a cup or 1/3 of a cup. Either or, just depends on how big a pancake you want. You can also never have too much chocolate.
Yeah.
But these need to continue cooking. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And here's a message from one of our proud sponsors. Your host, Chuck Thiel. You want to know the secret to my success? It's in the griddle. Here in my kitchen, we are sponsored by Food Network. You can buy this product on our website or at the number at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-PANCAKES. Such a great product, sponsored by Food Network. It's got 2 surfaces for cooking. If you order now, call right now, we're going to throw in this hot surface, handy dandy hot surface. Got 3 layers to it. Such 2 great products. I approve. Welcome back to the show, Pancakes and Hot Takes. We are joined again with Skiles for our Hot Take segment of the show. I say these look really great.
Yeah,
I
they
can
look
smell
amazing.
the banana.
They smell so
Bon
good.
appetit.
Bizarre.
Would you like some coffee?
I would, thank you so
Awesome.
much.
So lately in the news, there's been a lot of controversy with the Weinstein scandal, but also even newer news, the Spacey scandal.
Yes.
What do you know about that?
I think it's just another one on the list, unfortunately, and
I mean, he is so famous.
I know.
I love Kevin Spacey.
Well, I think that's kind of the double-edged sword in all of this is though he's created works and he's played characters that I think people have loved and have become iconic, it just comes to show that something like this isn't tolerated from anybody,
Exactly.
even an actor. So
it's just crazy because like there's a trend in Hollywood right now with all the sex scandals and sex addiction. It's just crazy.
yeah, and
I don't get it.
And I don't think it's something that's new. I think it's a topic, and I think it's a situation that's been there for a long time, but it's been neglected, unfortunately. And I think something, even with Kevin Spacey or Harvey Weinstein's career in jeopardy, you know, it's a topic that I think that needs to be addressed and something that's subject to change.
Now, are you familiar with, first off, do you like Netflix? Are you a Netflix or Hulu person?
I kind of have a balance in both.
Okay.
Hulu, I go for the shows. I think Netflix actually Hulu's movies are actually getting kind of better too.
So on Netflix, House of Cards is a really popular show.
Yes,
Yeah, but
very
with the whole scandal with Kevin Spacey, do you think Netflix did the right decision with canceling the show?
I think it did. I think when it comes to my family who loves House of Cards, I think it kind of hit them in the gut a little bit because it's one of their favorite shows. But at the cost of a man's career, I think it just comes to show it's part of the consequence of something like this. I think that's something that's not recognized in this standard of power, the standard of what people should expect and how they should be treated. And if that comes at the cost, you know, of his career, then fine.
So Weinstein, both Weinstein and Spacey are getting help at a rehab facility in Arizona. But like, it's almost like a country club. Like, do you think they're actually getting like the right treatment?
I can't say that.
Or is it a little bit sugar-coated?
You know, I think...
No pun intended.
I think that, you know, if they're seeking treatment, great. I think if they're trying to get back to good graces, I think, I believe in forgiveness, but I think something is giving them power again or giving them the position that they were in. I think that's going to be very hard fought, and I think that's something they're never going to get again.
Do you think there's any chance for a comeback? Like, do you think if Spacey and Weinstein came out of this rehab facility just guns blazing, you know, they're better people, like, do you think they can come back in this industry?
It's going to take a very heavy amount of grace and mercy for something like that to happen, I believe. I think it's one of those kind of judgment calls where, you know, a cheater becomes, you know, a cheater's a cheater, or however you want to see it. But I think people deserve comebacks, and I think people deserve graces. But I don't think that's going to be something that comes soon, because I think this is a problem that's far from being resolved.
So like, this scandal is hot news right now, and there's other news such as, you know, with North Korea and Trump and his trip to Asia. But like, is the scandal with Spacey and Weinstein important news, or is it fake news?
Oh, I absolutely think it's important news. Just because it's happening in Hollywood or in media, I think it's sexual. You know, sexual abuse is something that happens on every scale of every on daily life. It's happening to people around us. It happens in schools. It happens in workplaces, and it's something that.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but I appreciate your comments on the topic.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tune in next time, where we will have NASCAR legend Ricky Bobby on the show, and we'll be making a Pancake's best friend, the crepe. Tune in next time and enjoy the rest of your morning.